What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Helmet to Helmet 49ers podcast. I'm your host, JT. My co-host is my dad.
Playoffs.
You have the playoffs quote, but actually
we
wasn't in the playoffs.
we are in the playoffs here, deep in the playoffs. Let's do
Yeah.
this
First of all, like,
and subscribe.
cue the intro music. Okay, so the Lions are going to be facing the 49ers at home.
Oh yeah, we got the home field advantage again, just like in 2019.
Yep.
That's
We
awesome.
were also the first seed in 2019, and we made a Super Bowl, but we didn't win it. But
And we will be there. We are going to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some tickets. We will be there at the game to see the Niners head to the Super Bowl.
Hope they do.
That's the plan. All right, so let's talk about the game, huh?
So, I think the biggest thing about this game might be for the 49ers, Debo, if he was going to play or not, and he is going to play.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm very relieved when we saw him practice and he was moving normally. That's great. I mean, he was such a big factor just in the beginning of the last game. It was going to be a very Debo centric type of game, it seemed like. And when he got knocked out, it kind of threw things for a loop. I hope Shanahan is ready just in case anybody can't play in the game. You know, might get knocked out or something, whatever. That he has other plays for other people to take on the reins. Huh? So, you think he's going to have a big impact, or is he going to be kind of limited because of his injury?
Well, I don't think Kyle Shanahan is going to look too Debo Samuel. Call any plays for him because he doesn't want to risk a bigger injury. So, it could be more of a youth game for receiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. With knowing that Detroit's pass defense, is about I think 27th in the league in passing yards, and I believe passing touchdowns too. That they are towards the bottom with some of their cornerbacks. They're not that great. So Ayuk, he's great at getting open, getting separation from the cornerback, and he could have a pretty big game. I'm thinking, and Ayuk, he's been catching. He didn't have a lot of catches last game, 3 catches, 6 targets, but he did catch some pretty tough passes from Purdy to convert some first downs and get the chains moving. But and the way Debo runs, his short passes for his yak yards, and he does not go down, right? So I could see the way he plays that Shanahan, like you said, might limit the amount of times he'll touch the ball. Um, but Debo's looking so, I mean, he's looking relaxed at practice. His movements look nice, smooth, and normal.
Yeah, but he's not getting tackled.
That's true. That's true. They probably will give him some pain medication. So he was knocked out last game. I thought he was going to come back, but he didn't. Maybe he thought it was a fracture or he refractured his shoulder.
Actually, I think he came back in, but
He did.
re-injured.
Then he left. Then he got changed. And I was like, okay, he's not coming back. So I was thinking, no way he'll be out. He knows how important this game is, but he went out. But there was maybe a scare that there was a fracture. But once X-rays were negative on Monday, I think he knows that right now it's all about pain tolerance. How much pain can he take, and some pain medication they can give him beforehand to numb up the area. So he might just go full steam, and he might not feel anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if Debo is Debo also. So I hope he has a great game, a big game, but I think Ayuk will be a uh, bigger target in this game coming up.
Also, I want to point out Frank Ragnow, the Lions center.
Boo. Yeah. Huh?
the All Pro center. I
Boo.
think he was, but
Just
he's
kidding.
playing through 4 injuries: an ankle, toe, knee, and back. Like how?
How he's one tough son of a gun, that's for sure. He's been injured for a while now, and he's not coming out, and he's playing well too. You saw that play he did against Vita Vea. I think it was the last touchdown they made. He pushed Vita Vea, and he was limping. Ragnar was limping, but he had a great push and got the running back into the for the touchdown. I don't know exactly when that touchdown happened, but it was later in the game, and he was already injured. So I don't know. He's going to tough it out. He's one tough guy, it seems like. So I'm not seeing that he's going to be missing the game or missing any of the game if he can help it. So yeah, I'm not going to hope any injury, but if he wants to sit out, that's cool.
And another big thing for the Niners, and it probably should be a big thing for the Lions, but probably a bigger problem for the Niners than the Lions for some reason, is the rain.
Or lack of.
Yeah, it's not raining, luckily.
Yeah, yeah. It's been dry for ever since I think Wednesday was the last time it rained. So yeah, no rain in the forecast. It's going to be around maybe a high of 69 or something, close to 70 degrees that day. Cloudy, so not too much sun. So it's going to be a great day, and it's going to be pretty. It's going to be a pretty day, I think. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That kind of weather, and the way he bounces back, Brock Purdy bounces back from a bad game. He always has. Uh, so I'm looking for the weather's going to be good. Playing at home against a weak pass defense. I mean, I think everything's kind of lining up nicely for Brock.
And do you think the Niners defense can stop the 49ers offense? I'm sorry, the Lions offense.
Ooh, that is a high flying offense because they have so many weapons. It's not like there's one speedster that can break it open or like a Justin Jefferson or something, but they do have a lot of playmakers, and you know them all, and we both know them. So Laporta and Gibbs and St. Brown, those are some really great players on all levels. Gibbs is quick. He hits the hole fast. He's a good pass catcher too. So, and he almost had 1,000 yards, right? He was like a little under 1,000, maybe 945 or
Yeah,
something.
945 and 10 rushing touchdowns. And then David Montgomery, 1,015 rushing yards and I believe 15 rushing touchdowns.
This is off the top of your head too, huh?
Yeah,
All right, good. We did our
two
studies.
13 or 15.
Okay, so they have almost two 1,000 yard running backs, so that's pretty crazy. On top of that, St. Brown, I don't know what his yardage was, but
I
he
think over 1,500 and like 15 touchdowns.
is he like an all pro too?
Wait, I don't think 15 touchdowns. 10.
Okay, let's go in 10. Nah, let's make it 8.
1.
One. Yeah. 12 fumbles and a lot of drops. No, but he's a great wide receiver. Can play in the slot, play outside too. So he might give a little trouble to our pass defense coverage, whether or not it's Lenore picking him up into the slot, or maybe Ward or maybe Thomas playing him on the outside. So he can be tough tough to cover for sure. He'll get his yards, but we can limit it. That's the thing. Everybody's gonna get theirs, but we just gotta limit it. Um, One person that actually is kind of getting me nervous is Jameson Williams. Now, last year I liked him a lot coming out of college, Alabama, I believe. First round pick, very fast, and I've seen a few plays he's done this year, which he looked really good, really good. But he's had 300 something yards and two
Yeah, hasn't got a
touchdowns.
100-yard game this season.
Yeah, he's not. But that kind of speed going against, say, Ambry Thomas, who kind of freaked out last time with Bull Melton. Imagine Williamson's speed going down. He's going to be holding. I don't want to. PIs are the worst, I tell you. PIs on our team is just the worst. But fear of that speed with Ambry Thomas. Hopefully, I think Ambry Thomas will have a bounce back game. He can't get any worse than that, right? I mean, he's had that one game against the Rams where he got the interception, ended the game, right? From what I remember, correct?
Wait, Dragunov?
Ambry Thomas
Oh,
had
sure,
that
yeah.
interception, right? Yeah, so we think, oh, next year he's going to be a great starting cornerback, but he has not so far. But I think he has that talent. He just needs to believe in himself, believe in his talent and his technique, and not get frantic if a wide receiver runs past him or there's a deep ball, coming over the top. Believe in yourself, believe in your skills. So I think Ambry Thomas will hold his own, but Jameson Williams is one who's not used much this year for the Lions, but his speed and will will scare me a little bit. um, yeah,
Okay, so, but I think Traverse Ward will probably go against Jameson Williams
really.
because Khalif Raymond, apparently on the depth chart, is their third receiver. And if Amon-Ra St. Brown plays in the slot, then that means their fourth string wide receiver.
Josh Reynolds.
No, he's hurt.
Oh, he's hurt.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's the third receiver.
who's the other one then?
And Antoine
Never
Green.
never heard of him. I don't think he's.
Okay, never mind. He only has 2
He
yards.
probably won't even get
Why
2
does Yahoo
yards.
Sports say that his wide receiver 6, but they're skipping wide receiver 4 and 5?
I don't know. That's okay. Well,
Whoever it is, it's probably gonna go against Ambry Thomas because I don't want Traverse Ward guarding someone who is worse than Jameson Williams.
yeah, that would be a waste for sure. Maybe they'll just do their left side, right side cornerback play and play a side of the field like we used to before, like Richard Sherman used to do. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes for sure. Like I said, their run offense, the Lions' run offense is really good. So, of course, everybody's got to tackle them. No missed tackles. Linebackers Warner and Greenlaw will be integral in this uh, playoff game. Also, to stop say David Montgomery, he's more of a thunder compared to the lightning of Gibbs. Run up the middle kind of thing. Our interior defensive line has to hold up Hargrave, Armstead, Kinlaw. All those guys need to have a good game, holding the line, not letting them open holes for the running backs. Yeah. What else you got to talk about?
Can Brock Purdy bounce back from the Packers game since he obviously didn't play well against the Packers?
Okay, this is I'll do a short rant. Okay, now there, like you said, Purdy didn't have a great game. No interceptions, one touchdown, a little over 250 yards, right? 254, I think. And he had a QB rating of 86.7. Now I talked to you about this before, JT. Like, remember how many playoff games did Patrick Mahomes had that was below 86.7?
4.
Four. That's right. Four. So, Patrick Mahomes, yes, one of the best. How about Joe Montana? Joe Montana, how many times did he play in a playoff game and had a QB rating below 86.7?
8.
8. He had 8, right? And then how about the so-called GOAT, Tom Brady? How many did he have that was below 86.7 in a playoff game?
Uh
22.
oh.
22. How many playoff games did he have total? Did Tom Brady play in? 48. So almost half the time he had a lower QB rating than Brock Purdy did in a playoff game. So it's possible. It happens. The best, the best. So for people to nail Purdy to the wall because of his play and his QB rating kind of reflects that, it's not fair because he's done so much this year. He led the NFL in passer rating, in yards per attempt at 9.6, and yards per reception at 13.9. So he's led the NFL. Okay. So can he bounce back? I believe so. How are you feeling about
Yes, I think so too because it's Brock Purdy. He's bounced back before from bad games. He had the bye week. He apparently didn't do much during the bye week.
it? Uh
No, he
huh.
was
Harvesting corn or something like
yeah,
that.
and he played well against the Jaguars, and so on he played really well.
Yeah. He's bounced back. This is like I said, perfectly lined up for him. Weather, home field, and a Detroit passing defense that's not very good. That's not good. So all in all, as long as that old line holds off whoever is on the the defensive line, I just know Hutchinson. We really have to.
Aline McNeil.
You just made that up. You just made that name up.
No, he's a pretty good defensive tackle.
Okay. Okay. I think Pascal, something like that. That guy's in there too. Um, yeah, as long as we can give him time, some protection, he should be able to pick off their defense like Purdy has most of the season. So I have I've always had belief in Purdy. Um, he's shown so much, so I believe in him. I believe he'll do the right thing and he'll shake off last week's game.
Okay, so who do you think should have a great game versus the Lions? Who
Okay,
needs to?
okay. So I'll do offense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess we talked about it a little bit before, but I believe Ayuk will have a big game this for tomorrow. But like I said, looking at the Purdy bouncing back, uh, Detroit's pass defense, and maybe not giving the ball to the other wide receiver, Debo Samuel, as much. They could be looking for Ayuk to have much bigger game than the last game. He showed a lot. Ayuk might have been even frustrated by not getting the ball enough, not being able to contribute enough. And I think he's going to be asking for the ball, demanding the ball, wanting the ball, and I think they're going to give it to him, and he'll show what he can do. So that's my pick.
Are you sure it's not gonna be Dio who's asking for the ball? No, in 2021,
Not
he asked Cassian for the ball against the Cowboys.
He's like, nah, not Kyle. My shoulder's not feeling too good. Nah, it's all right.
He wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't do that. But I think just for his own good, and if we can capitalize on their pass defense with Ayuk, we should do it. We should do it this time. We can use Debo, no problem. But those are more of run plays, short pass plays, and he acts it. That's more like Debo's game. I'm thinking more mid to deep routes. Ayuk will come through and have a good game. Save Debo for the next game. Just saying.
I mean, he'd
I'm
probably
just saying.
make a Super Bowl MVP.
Cole MVPs. We'll get Cole. Three guys: Debo, Purdy, and CMC. First time ever. Okay. We're getting ahead
No,
of ourselves.
first time ever offense. There's 3 Super Bowl MVPs. One has to go to offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah. Table Pepper.
No, Wisnowski.
Wisnowski. He's gonna run. He's gonna run for a first down.
Yeah.
A fake punt.
Yeah.
Run for 50 yards for a touchdown.
On 4th and 50, from the Niners' own 1, Wisnowski runs for 50 yards for first down.
That's cool.
In the Super Bowl. And for the defensive side, has to be Nick Bosa because the Niners got pressure against Jordan Love, but got get sacks. Jared Goff isn't a mobile quarterback, and apparently Nick Bosa is only doing bull rush moves, but I think we all know that he can do much more than just the bull rush moves.
Yes. I don't know why. it's pretty boring, their pass rush. And I know that you know that Nick Bosa has tons of technique and moves to combo around an offensive tackle, So I don't know why they're asking him not to. Maybe they're just trying to contain the quarterback. They're afraid that the quarterback can scramble out and make a play. But Jared Goff is not that type of, like you were saying, more in a immobile quarterback than a runner. So I think this one we can just go all out, swim moves, spin moves, stunt moves, everything to because Detroit's offensive line is a very good offensive line.
Yeah, but I believe Pterodactyl was a bit injured, but he's still playing. And Frank Ragnow is injured, and Joe Jackson, their starting guard, is out for the
Out.
game.
Yes, yes, yes. They have some backup who barely played at all.
So their offensive line is a bit injured,
Good point. Good point. I like that point.
except for Penny Sewell,
Yeah, who Bosa is going to go up against. Not
first
unless
team All
they,
Pro.
not unless they flip him. They Bosa does move from left to right sometimes. So I would love some stunts, something to keep the offensive line on their toes, create some confusion. Maybe get a blitz in just like they did for the Packers game where they blitzed Gibson and was it Warner too?
No, I think Warner pretended to blitz and then he backed up.
Then Greenlaw, didn't he back up too
Yeah.
in that play? And then Armstead came free, and Bosa too. It's create some confusion. That's always good. Just don't go straight at the offensive lineman. I mean, yeah, I think this is the time we need to pin our ears back, and especially on passing downs, go after Goff. Yeah, because you know disrupting Goff is probably one of the main things we need to do to mess up their, because he can easily be uh, rattled. And he's lost, I believe, the last 5 games against the Niners. The last 5 games he's lost against us. So um, maybe our defense, the way we play our defense, works against his skills, and we need to rattle him and get him early so he gets off rhythm and he'll throw interceptions and stuff. You know, pick sixes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot. This is a very interesting game, very interesting matchup. Um, so this would be a great game to watch.
And the last time the Niners went against the Lions, I don't remember the score, but I just know the Niners won. Week 1, 2021 season.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I don't remember that one, but
And yeah, Debo dominated.
okay, okay. I like that. I like that. What do you? Before we talk about prediction of scores, what do you think about Dan Gamble Campbell? That's what I call him.
I just don't want to be in a close situation where it's like a 1 point game and they just score a touchdown. I don't want that to happen. And it's towards the end of the game.
Yeah,
Nightmare. Or
nightmare,
or it
nightmare
can
of
be
stress.
amazing.
Yeah, but like you said, if it's close, I I'd be nervous. Fourth downs, he's gonna go for it, man. Maybe 4th and 2, 4th and 3. He might just go for it. That could be a momentum swing either way. If he does it like at his own 40-yard line, he goes 4th and 2, it doesn't make it. That's a big swing for us. But if they make it first down, then it's a big gamble, and he's a gambler. So it's not gonna be the usual 4th and 2 and 4th and 3. They're gonna punt. You just don't know. And if they score a touchdown, do they go for 1 or 2? You just don't know. There's gonna be a lot of questions about all the usual things that coaches would choose to do. He will not.
Will Kyle Samby half as aggressive as Dan Campbell, you think?
Half?
Yeah.
Not even half. Well, gambling like that, okay, maybe half, maybe a little less than half. He's done it. He's done it this year. Shanahan went out of his box a little bit, I think, and has gone on fourth downs, but not much. That's not his style at all. He's more of a conservative, ball control, control the clock, that kind of thing. Not going on these. He's going by the numbers, by the data, the percentages of what's the chances of this happening, that happening. So I think that's more calculated.
Also, if the Niners are in midfield and they don't go for on 4th and 1 or 2, I'm gonna be pretty mad because that's a spot where you should go for it. It's 4th and short, have a great offense, and that'd be just too scared from Kyle.
I hope. Yeah, it all depends. Ebb and flow of the game, time, the score. Like the ebb and flow, like how the defense has been playing, how long they've been on the field. All that goes into account. I think whether or not he goes fourth down. Like say the defense is not playing so well, and they've been on the field for like 20 play drive right before. You kind of want to go for it. Try and get that first down. Let your defense rest. Depending on how much time is left on the clock too. Is the half coming to an end? All that stuff. A lot of things go into play. I just hope he makes the right decision, and nobody knows if it's the right decision until after the play is over. So, you know, hindsight is 2020. Um, so we can always critique after the fact, but nobody knows what the outcome is until after. It already has happened. So, um, yeah, I hope he's a little more aggressive, Shanahan. So I think we need to. There's no game after this if we lose. So we got to go all out, and I hope he makes those right decisions and goes for scores and doesn't play scared, plays to win.
All right, so what's your prediction score?
Okay, prediction score. I believe Niners win. Of course, Niners win 31-24. Win by 7.
Well, I have it just a bit closer. I got 27-21.
Ooh, that's a scary. Both our scores are so scary because they're within 7 or 6 points. Yours, a touchdown will
Tie it.
touchdown tie it, and the point after will win it for them. Oh, that's too close. I hope
Yeah,
it's a rout. I hope we're up by like 14 points with like 2 minutes to go. That's when I can relax. I'm just gonna be too stressed out the whole time. I tell you.
yeah. Oh, you don't want to be relaxed. Don't want any stress at all.
Totally. I just want to be cheering, hooping, hollering, yelling, jumping up and down, and high fiving everybody around the stadium. That's what I want to do with 2 minutes remaining in the game. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do this. 49er faithful. Let's go out there. Let's cheer. Let's root for our team. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been wanting. NFC Championship game at home. This is what we played for, and this is what he strived for, and the Super Bowl is the next step. So, uh, everybody cheer, root, and just back the team up, and try and make it to the game if you can.
Yep. But if you can't, it's fine.
Yeah, that's okay too. Cheer from your home.
You go to Super Bowl instead. That's fine.
Yeah, you got $10,000 to burn.
Okay, well, that wraps up for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.